Welcome to Retro Icons, where the stories of timeless icons light up the past with their unforgettable legacies. In this episode of Vintage Star, we're diving deep into a bold and transformative moment that reshaped the career of a legendary figure. Imagine a young woman caught in the unyielding grip of a powerful Hollywood studio, making a courageous decision to break free and carve her own destiny against all odds. That woman was Marilyn Monroe, a name that resonates through the decades as a symbol of beauty, resilience, and unbreakable spirit. Today, we'll uncover the day Marilyn Monroe defied the studio, a defining chapter that proved she was far more than just a pretty face or a fleeting star. So, let's step back into the golden era of cinema, immerse ourselves in the atmosphere of that time, and explore this remarkable and inspiring tale with every detail brought to life. Let's paint the picture with care. It was the early 1950s, a period when the world of entertainment was undergoing a profound transformation. The post-war era had ushered in a wave of optimism and change, particularly in the United States, where Hollywood stood as the glittering epicenter of dreams. The big studios, like 20th Century Fox, wielded immense power, controlling every facet of a star's existence with an iron fist. They dictated the scripts, the schedules, the public image, and even the personal lives of the actors under their contracts. For young actresses, this meant signing away their autonomy for 7 years or more, enduring grueling filming days, and facing constant pressure to conform. Marilyn Monroe arrived in this world under her birth name, Norma Jean Mortensen, a humble model with wide-eyed ambitions and a determination to succeed. Her natural blonde hair, captivating smile, and an aura of effortless charm soon caught the attention of talent scouts, leading to her signing with Fox. By the early 1950s, she was thrust into the spotlight, starring in films like Niagara, where her sultry performance turned heads, and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, which cemented her as a global sensation almost overnight. Yet, beneath the dazzling surface, a quiet struggle was brewing, one that would soon erupt into a battle for control. Marilyn's ascent to stardom was anything but smooth. The studio viewed her as a valuable commodity, a glamorous image designed to sell tickets and fill theaters, rather than as an artist with her own aspirations. They cast her in roles that emphasized her physical allure, light-hearted comedies, and seductive characters, often ignoring her deep desire to grow as a serious actress. Directors and producers micromanaged her every move, from the shade of her iconic platinum blonde hair to the stories they planted in the tabloids about her love life. The press reveled in these narratives, portraying her as a helpless blonde bombshell, a stereotype that clung to her like a shadow. Marilyn felt increasingly confined, her dreams of portraying complex, meaningful roles stifled by the studio's narrow vision. She yearned to shed the pinup label and prove her worth on her own terms. This inner conflict reached a critical point in 1955, when Fox insisted she take on yet another frivolous comedy role, a decision that felt like a personal insult to her growing ambitions and artistic integrity. The breaking point arrived with a resounding refusal. Marilyn made it clear she would not bend to the studio's demands. Fox, bound by her 7-year contract, was furious with her defiance. They threatened to suspend her indefinitely, blacklist her from the industry, and replace her with one of the many eager starlets waiting in the wings. But Marilyn had a different vision for her future. She made a decision that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. She walked away. In the early months of 1955, she packed her belongings, left the glitz and glamour of Los Angeles behind, and moved to the bustling streets of New York City. This wasn't a mere getaway. It was an act of rebellion, a bold statement of independence. She enrolled in acting classes at the prestigious Actors Studio, a haven for those seeking to master their craft under the guidance of luminaries like Lee Strasberg. At the same time, she partnered with photographer Milton Green, a trusted ally, to establish her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions. This venture was a gamble, a leap into the unknown that could either elevate her career or shatter it completely if it failed to deliver. Hollywood was left reeling. The studios had rarely witnessed a star of Marilyn's magnitude take such a radical step. Fox responded with swift retaliation, placing her on suspension and halting her pay during her self-imposed exile. The press seized the opportunity, labeling her reckless, unprofessional, and predicting a swift decline into obscurity without the studio's backing. Gossip columns buzzed with speculation, some suggesting she'd lost her mind, others betting she'd return with her tail between her legs. But Marilyn remained undeterred. In New York, she threw herself into her studies with a passion that surprised even her closest friends. She worked tirelessly with Strasberg, learning to tap into her emotions, to bring nuance and depth to her performances. Her days were filled with rehearsals, discussions, and self-reflection, a stark contrast to the controlled chaos of Hollywood sets. Meanwhile, her new company began negotiating with Fox, pushing for better roles, greater creative control, and a chance to redefine her image. The stakes were incredibly high. Failure could mean the end of her career, but success would rewrite the rules of the game. The turning point arrived with the release of Bus Stop in 1956. Marilyn fought tooth and nail to secure the lead role of Cherie, a saloon singer with a troubled past and a rich inner world, a character that demanded more than just a pretty face. She poured her heart and soul into the performance, drawing on her actor studio training to deliver a portrayal that was both vulnerable and commanding. The transformation was striking. Audiences and critics alike saw a new Marilyn, one who could convey depth and emotion beyond the stereotypes. When the film premiered, the response was overwhelming. Critics hailed it as a breakthrough, praising her ability to transcend her previous roles. Fans lined up around the block, and Bus Stop became a resounding box office success. Marilyn had achieved the impossible. She had defied the studio, returned stronger than ever, and proven her worth as both an actress and a savvy businesswoman. Marilyn's story transcends the silver screen. It's a powerful testament to the strength of self-belief and determination. She faced relentless rejection, public scrutiny, and the overwhelming weight of a system designed to keep her in a predefined box. Yet she rose above it all with grace and grit. Her life was tragically cut short in 1962, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire. She remains a vintage star whose name evokes a blend of glamour, vulnerability, and unyielding resolve. From her humble beginnings as Norma Jean to her triumphant defiance of the studio, Marilyn Monroe's journey is a vivid reminder of what one person can achieve when they refuse to be confined by others' expectations. Her story is a treasure trove of lessons, a narrative that resonates with anyone who has ever dreamed of breaking free. As we bring this episode of Vintage Star to a close, let's take a moment to honor the retro icons who shaped our cultural landscape with their courage, talent, and unwavering spirit. Here at Retro Icons, our mission is to keep uncovering these nostalgic stories, bringing you closer to the vintage stars who left an indelible mark on history. If you found this look at Marilyn Monroe's bold defiance inspiring, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for our next adventure. What are your thoughts on her courageous stand? Or perhaps you have a favorite vintage star whose story you'd love to hear? Share your ideas and memories in the comments below. We're eager to connect with you and build this journey together. Until next time, this is Retro Icons, signing off with gratitude for the legends of yesterday